5 reasons why sunsets are good for your health. Please subscribe. Did you know that watching sunset is actually beneficial for your mental and physical health? 1. Watching sunset helps you appreciate life. According to research by psychological scientists of Stanford University Graduate School of Business and Minnesota Carlson School of Management, the studies found that jaw-dropping moments like breathtaking sunsets made participants feel like they had more time available and helped them more patient, less materialistic, and more willing to volunteer time to help others. 2. Watching sunset helps you feel more energized. Nature is fuel for the soul. Often when we feel depleted we reach for a cup of coffee, but research suggests a better way to get energized is to connect with nature. Richard Ryan, Ph.D. 3. Watching the sun pass over the horizon, sun gazing, helps you feel better. Research shows sun gazing stimulates the pineal gland as the direct sunlight hits the eye, moves through retinal hypothalamic tract, and then hits the brain. This stimulates the pineal gland, also known as the master gland. This boosts the secretion of melatonin and serotonin, our feel-good hormones. There's nothing better than ending your day with a surf and a beautiful sunset. 4. Watching sunset helps slow down your perception of time. By witnessing the beauty and awe of the sunset, you can slow down your perception of time. According to research, participants who felt awe defined as the emotion that arises when one encounters something so strikingly vast that it provokes a need to update one's mental schemas. 5. Watching sunset helps you feel more satisfied with life. One study found that greater engagement with beauty was associated with higher levels of life satisfaction, gratitude, and a spiritual outlook. The association was strongest for engagement with natural beauty. There's a natural tendency to stop and stare at a breathtaking sunset. When you do so, you're likely to be caught up in the moment, and your mind gets a break from fretting over the past or worrying about the future. There's nothing better than ending your day with a surf and a beautiful sunset. Awe-inspiring sunsets from around the world. Taj Mahal, Agra, India. The sunset at the Taj Mahal is known as the magic hour. Hundreds of photographers come to capture each sunset, and thousands of people watch as the spectacular palace goes from glowing in all its splendor to complete darkness. Without a doubt, it is one of the most beautiful sunsets in the world. Asciano, Siena, Italy. In the heart of Italian Tuscany, Asciano is a small town that gives a seemingly endless sunset. Its infinite green landscape, bathed by the Ombrone River, creates a contrast with the orange of the sunset that prevents you from ever looking away or closing your mouth until the sun has set completely. Cape Town, South Africa. Surrounded by 20 beaches, Cape Town's horizon is also marked by the Table Mountain and Cape Point. This combination of sea and rocks turns the sunset into one of the most magical spectacles human beings can imagine. For the best views, watch it from a high point. Angkor Wat, Siem Reap, Cambodia. Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world and a pilgrimage point for people all over the world. This compendium of temples is so large that one must deliberate where to see the sunset at its maximum splendor. The usual recommendation is to see it from the side of the garden to cover all the temples. Atacama Desert, Chile. The Atacama Desert is the driest in the world, and there lies one of its most striking features. The famous desert's landscape are arid but not sandy. You can find salt flats, hot springs, geysers, and huge copper mines. When the sun goes down, the light is reflected on the salt crust of the desert, creating a wonderful play of light. Mount Fuji, Japan. Everyone who's seen Mount Fuji agrees that it has a perfect shape. The highest mountain in Japan, it crowns the island of Honshu at 3,776 meters. It's ideal for a memorable sunset. Mojave Desert, United States. With an extension of 124,000 square kilometers, this desert occupies parts of California, Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. Named Mojave by the indigenous people of the same name, it has a majestic sunset. Scenes from Terminator 2, Madonna's Frozen and Red Hot Chili Peppers' Scar Tissue video clips were shot on its sand. In addition, Apple named its June 2018 Mac OS operating system Mojave in its honor. Avenue of the Baobabs, Madagascar. Thousands of years old are some of the trees presiding over the Avenue of the Baobabs. A protected area since 2007, some of these baobabs exceed 25 meters, turning sunsets into a spectacle of elongated shadows that seem to have no end. Jimbaran Beach, Bali, Indonesia. Jimbaran Beach offers two ways to enjoy a sunset. First, from one of the restaurants on the beach while tasting freshly caught seafood. And second, on the middle of the beach, allowing you to see all of its natural spectacle. Chamonix, Mont Blanc, France. The town of Chamonix has no more than 9,000 inhabitants, but it receives 5 million tourists a year. The reason is none other than to be part of one of the most spectacular areas of the Alps. Enjoying a sunset from 1,000 meters above sea level is a life experience that everyone should be able to enjoy once in their lives. Thar Desert, Rajasthan, India and Pakistan. Watching the sunset in the Thar Desert means spending the night in this monumental sea of sand. In silence, the light disappears until it leaves the desert in complete darkness. Its immensity can be overwhelming. Dara Creek, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The best way to enjoy the sunset at Dara Creek is on an Abra, water taxi, where the views will be fantastic from all angles. Seeing the old town of Dubai as the sun reflects its last rays on the water is a unique experience. Florence, Italy. The beauty of Florence is such that there are up to 4 recommended spots to enjoy its sunset. They are Ponte Vecchio, Palazzo Vecchio, San Miniato del Monte, and Piazzale Michelangelo. A perfect excuse to spend several nights in the city. Giza, Cairo, Egypt. Watching the sunset next to the Great Pyramid of Giza is just one of the many options Cairo has to offer. The majestic capital of Egypt has a wonderful sunset and offers both the terraces of the city's buildings and the desert itself, where the sunlight reflects on the sand until it meets the horizon. Grand Comyn, Alps, Switzerland. Any point in the Swiss Alps is ideal for watching one of the best sunsets the planet has to offer. The Grand Comyn has a special spot among its peaks. The same goes for the Matterhorn, the best known in the area, but that is also the most visited peak. Depending on the time of year, the colors of the sunset in these mountains range from bright pink to orange. La Conciergerie, Paris, France. Also known as the Palais de la Cité, this is a legendary building in the capital of France which runs along the Quai de l'Horloge on the Isle de la Cité. It was a residence of kings until the 14th century and became a state prison in 1392. Its image reflected in the Seine and its walls, dyed orange, make for an unforgettable sight. Mosque, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. The Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque is an intoxicating and majestic monument, raised in honor of the first president of the United Arab Emirates, Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. Built of bright white marble, it has a lighting system that reflects the phases of the moon. The spectacle begins at sunset when orange flashes are reflected on the marble while the sky turns purple. It is best to walk around the building as the sun goes down while enjoying its magnificent gardens. Lake Inal, Shan, Myanmar. Lake Inal is surrounded by more than 200 villages. They make up an aquatic state where everyone moves in boats and fishing is done with acrobatics. Being able to watch the sunset on one of those barges is an experience within the reach of only a few chosen people. Masai Mara, Kenya. The Masai Mara National Reserve is a protected savanna area that runs along the southwest of Kenya, bordering Tanzania. Its sunsets are red as fire and the environment is wild as few others. Lions, zebras, elephants, cheetahs, and hippos accompany those who come to see the sunset in the area. Monument Valley, Utah, United States. Located near the famous Grand Canyon, Monument Valley is the great jewel of the Navajo people. Its spectacular monoliths reach as high as 300 meters. Seeing them turn red when the sun goes down will take away any person's breath. This was the area where John Ford filmed the legendary film The Searchers. Ligurian Riviera, Italy. The Ligurian Riviera connects the Ligurian Sea with the Maritime Alps and the Apennines. Its sunset is enjoyable from a coastal town like San Remo, or from a cliff with several meters of fall. Santorini, Greece. The island of Santorini seems to be designed for enjoying sunsets. Watching the sun go down is one of the tourist attractions of the area. Its impressive, cliff-fringed towns and majestic white landscape turn orange during the minutes that the sun sets. That moment is pure magic, and the Aegean Sea is a luxurious spectator. Arabian Desert, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The Arabian Desert surrounds the city of Dubai and is one of the most arid and extensive on the planet. Silent and imposing, it consists of dunes that seem to have no end. The sunset can be the moment of the greatest silence and inner reflection that a person has in his life. Thank you for watching.